You sacrifice for nothing. I know this could be offensive, but a lot of people, when they start to realize that it's going to take delayed gratification, it's going to take sacrifice, it's going to take operating, living without now longer in order to get your goal. The fact of the matter is, you sacrificed all while you were coming up. The only point is, while you were sacrificing, it didn't move you any closer to your financial goal. And so now when you start to learn that, hey, I got to actually cut back mentally, and you're making this money, you're trying to figure out, I don't really want to do that. Of course you don't. But the fact is, you have to come to grips, and you have to give yourself grace, and you have to forgive yourself that you like, hey, I didn't understand what was going on with my money before. And so all that time I was actually sacrificing. No one's taking away from that sacrifice, but you didn't do the other things in that time frame that was going to get you forward. Now you have to actually sacrifice and go forward. But the thing is, you're always going to have to sacrifice something. So in college, you might have to sacrifice going to parties to actually study and do homework in order to get that great grade on the test, or bust out a good paper overnight. When you get to an adult, sacrifice may look like, hey, I'm actually sacrificing time with my wife, time with my kids. I can't go to every event because I'm really trying to climb that ladder of success. But every sacrifice has accountability, for which you understand that for me not being in my kid's life, I may have to face some accountability with how my relationship develops with them. Or they may understand, my wife may understand, but I may have to face some accountability that we're not as intimate and close and strong as partners as we could be. And vice versa. If I spend a lot of time with family and that's my huge focus, I may not make the financial career progress. And if I'm not making the career progress, I might not be able to make the financial goals that I aspire to. There's a level of sacrifice in everything as you're picking and choosing, because again, if you weren't handed some sort of lump sum check momentum financially, you're going to have to build your way to it. And all these decisions have accountability to them. But it takes first the awareness of where you are. And yes, it is going to take some sacrifice. The last one I'll say is, if you're starting a business, you may have to understand, hey, my lifestyle is going to desperately suffer before I can get this business really up and running. You're going to have to sacrifice to go forward in any capacity with intentionality. The fact is, you have to forgive yourself, give grace to understand that you sacrifice for nothing.